Pan, here to me. Here to me. Lie down. All right, so everybody, lie down. This is Pan. I'm Austin, of course, but Pan is Onyx, the old cattle dog that if you followed us enough, you've seen some Onyx, little badass. This is his baby. Anyways, fescue update video now. Fescue field, here we are. All right, this is not a fescue field. This is a Bermuda field. This is Jigs Bermuda. I'm not gonna get off into that story, so we're gonna stick with it. Bermuda field, that's what we're in. Should be a fescue field. It ain't. We tried, it didn't work. It did work great, but it failed in the end. So that's like your quick update. You wanna stick around for all the next blah, blah details? Here we go. This field, we came out here and we planted, we drilled it in 6, 7 inch rows. I can't remember exactly. Perfect, man. Came up fantastic. Did it in the fall, had a dry spell, got it in, had this mowed down. We took a hay cutting off this late and got, I don't know, I mean, it was scalped. And then we came in and drilled into this. Row after row after row, you could see across this whole field shooting fescue coming up. At first, it was kind of coming in slow and you could see the rows, and then boom, it fantastic, right? Covered the whole field. Well, one of Fescue's maybe worst nightmare, if it could dream, is ryegrass. Okay, annual ryegrass. Pan, here to me. Load up. I'm gonna get all these girls riled up again. Lie down, don't touch my camera. So, they're so curious. Gosh, this one, gorgeous. Look at this little 11, 12-month-old heifer right here. We raised her, little heifer Angus, red Angus Mashona. Just stand right there in the limelight, girl. You're beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Pan's about to get her a bite. One's nuzzling right behind the camera. Okay, sorry for the delay. Ryegrass is basically going to choke out fescue if it's got any at all hold. Okay, that's all we have here really is ryegrass. So big enemy there. They've done trials that I researched. The trials were basically saying the ryegrass will choke this sucker out. Basically, especially if it's got a area that it likes better, or it's just thriving in that area more. But anyways, we had a whole shit ton of ryegrass come up in this field. Normally, I'm very happy about it and all that. This is hilarious. Gotta show y'all. She don't ever show her teeth like this or nothing, so it's good to see this little pup. She ain't no pup anymore. Just treated her like a pup, but it's good seeing her get a little serious on them. So anyways, out here in this field, planted the fescue. It was taken over. Basically, I mean, the majority of the field looked pretty good. I lost percentage at one point and was like, yeah, I'm not really sure. I can't tell. I can't see the rows anymore. The ryegrass has popped in everywhere, choking that out. The fescue, it looked good in the rows. Okay, so jump forward again. We've got, I don't know, I mean, an insane amount of forage down here. It always gets wet down in the bottom, but it got crazy that year and we had the fescue planted. I didn't touch this field, all right, till everything was brown and seeded. I mean, you could walk through here and seeds falling off everything. Fescue, what else? Fescue and ryegrass mainly was it. I mean, yes, there's some clover out here, but anyways, let's just call it like 90%. Man, it took over, couldn't tell. I could tell a ton of seed heads. I'm gonna say it was at least like 40% seed heads of fescue or something. It was kind of crazy. All that is still out here in this field. So that's fantastic, right? That is really, really, really good news. Now, does that really matter? I guess not, because this is 2 years later. There ain't no damn fescue. We have looked, we have scouted this field and it basically disappeared after that first summer. let me tell you this too. I didn't plant Kentucky 31 fescue. Maybe I should have, right? Maybe that's the stuff with the endophyte that really gets it. Well, I got the Max Q2 Noble endophyte, beneficial endophyte. So not endophyte free. Is that correct? One of them's endophyte free. See, it's been a couple years. One of them's endophyte free, and then one of them has a beneficial endophyte. Damn it. Pause. Okay, well, that legit made me want to quit the video. It is so dramatic. All right. Beneficial endophyte is basically what it is. They take a non-toxic endophyte and somehow insert it in, like they breed it in, stick it in. So, yeah, it's weird, dude. It's a fungus, so you can infect the plant. So however that process works, like it sounds bad, but anyways, how does the naturally occurring toxic endophyte enter the plant, right? It's a fungus that lives with the plant and they both thrive off of each other. The animal doesn't thrive off of it so much, you know? But if you manage it correctly, what a blessing from the Lord, right? So I tried, hey, if I'm gonna make something work here, I'll spend the extra money, not deal with the toxic endophytes. This is the Max Q2, I believe, Texoma, so for the South, all that. I know some people around here that, you know, heard stuff that it's in the bottoms. People have it and stuff, and it is. But man, it's under shade trees, and there are probably some really big fields that are just hidden out here that I know nothing about, because there's a ton I don't know, right? Okay, so I do know that there are some people around here that have good patches of it. So, right, that's all I need is possible, baby. Okay, so jump, do this acreage. I think we ended up planting 40 acres total. 40 acres total. This was about, I think we planted about 20 acres here. So that's not the whole field, but planted another, maybe we planted 30 here. Another scattered, right? We did a bunch of different places, just drove the drill through in these bottomland parts, all right? It ain't anywhere, man. It might be a plant or two and you can find fescue out here maybe, but damn, this is a Jigs Bermuda field. It's still a Jigs Bermuda field. Fine, I'm not like mad about that, but we're trying to get cool season out here going. So this was kind of my best bet. It was a wet year, planted in the fall, did fantastic, didn't touch it, let it go to seed. After it warmed up and Bermuda was coming on, all that, we came through and knocked that stuff down so that that fall, when it cooled off, that fescue would come back in. Man, we had major drought that year. So I guess that killed it that summer. That's totally possible. I mean, it wasn't like everything died here. It was just droughty for East Texas, okay? Well, next year, what was that? So then the fall, the next year, it didn't come up, man. That's it. So it sucks. I'm kind of like at a loss for words. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of where the story ends, man. That's all that happened. We tried, and boom, here we are. So there's still a few like lower spots, and there's like a fescue plant every 50 foot. I mean, you got to really search for it. This is no joke. It's not trying. So ryegrass here, it seems to do fantastic, right? I mean, that's the problem is it's not a perennial, right? But it does reseed itself. There's a big gap between our forage leaving, our Bermuda grass going out, and our bahia going out, and our ryegrass coming in, our cool seasons, whatever that be. Yes, you can plant grain crops, but let's just say ryegrass because a lot of the seeds in the soil. We've got these cool seasons that bring you through. Okay, it gets really wet, like it's typically a dry fall. Then we get real wet in the winter, and it basically, you know, everything turns to crap. I normally say by January 1, you need to be done grazing your Bermuda that you expect to be worth a damn. This past winter, it was Thanksgiving. We had some cool spell come in and wet and all that. And what happens is when it gets wet and cold is enough wet and cold, it will basically turn a sorry standing forage into a sorrier standing forage stockpile. So it's nice to have this bottomland. We're trying to figure out what to do. It's hard to graze in the anytime it's wet, and it's been wet all this year, and it's been wet all last year. Praise the Lord. 80 plus inches last year, and gosh, we're probably gonna get damn close to it this year, but I don't know. I hadn't looked at the totals. I just know it's September and we still hadn't been able to get to places down here in the bottom to mow it or anything. So barely get in some of these places to graze your cattle. It's been so crazy, which is, hey, blessing from the Lord. So take that over drought any days. Anyways, we'll let you know what we're doing next. Right now, this field holds pretty well. We graze it late in the year right now is what we're doing. So I'm gonna spread a bunch of ryegrass this year and we'll see what happens in these bottomlands. I'm not getting really a great cool season. And by the time that the warm season comes on, that Bermuda and Bahia that's through there with all the bottomland weeds, well shit, by the time I can get down in there to it, I really need to be mowing everything. We can do the ultra high density grazing across it, of course, but damn, it's just, there's a hold down there and it wants to turn into hardwood bottomland. So, you know, last thing, we'll close on this. I also need to be easy because there's a 40-acre patch in the back that they used for crops. I don't even know what all, corn, wheat, oats. There's another field over here that they did soybeans in and they mounded. That was the original video. Click the link below if you're still here. That's for the original video of the fescue. That's where I started, and I finally said piss on it. I went to another field because that one floods like the worst. And anyways, no telling what they sprayed on that or how many, I mean, deep tillage and then made the mounds across the field. You know, all you can do is your very best with what you got in front of you. So that's what we're doing, letting you know what works and what doesn't. And a lot doesn't, and that's okay, because it's just leading us to what's gonna work. So, Pan, here to me. Here, girl, up here. Say bye, everybody. They can't see you. Look, Pan, go tell them. Woof! That was a loud bark.